We have Act 2 of our story.
Oh shit!
Stupid.
Oh, I almost already fucked up.
For those that missed it, our tilt was a sudden reversal of status, fortune, and sympathy. We have 10 scenes left. We have 10 dice split evenly down the middle in this round. Mm-hmm. You keep your own die as it's given out. So you can choose to resolve the scene or set your scene. And we're going to start once again with Fiona.
Cool. I feel like I'm going to set the scene.
Sure.
And I think it's a good place to jump in with the bathroom flashback. Just
Sure.
start there.
Sure.
See where that takes us.
And then see how it resolves the rest of the... Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sure. I'm going to give you my cocaine bag back. All right. The year, 1984. Rush is playing music everywhere. All right. So how about we'll just go from me talking to you and then you going into the bathroom.
Sure.
Yeah, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
So then,
So you're getting a pep talk from him, is that right?
yeah, that was
that's
happening.
That's it. Good.
I'm just going to leave you guys to finish your little... whatever this is. Sorry. Go.
I've heard stories of Greek
Oh,
goddesses.
hey, Fiona. Want to split a clove?
Of course, yeah.
Greek goddesses
Yeah.
walking on Earth.
Okay.
And that is Fiona Busby.
Okay, gods are dumb.
No, gods are great.
No, gods are dumb.
So what do you think of that guy, Jean?
Oh my god. Totally gonna kill someone when he gets out of high school.
Well, of course. Probably already killed somebody now, but damn, he's hot.
Do you think so?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah, I like his car.
Of course.
Too bad about that Cindy bitch, though.
Yeah. I mean, her hair is great, but other than that, like...
Can I?
You still writing poems about him? Like those creepy suicide love notes you were doing?
I mean, don't, like, tell anybody.
Fuck, you're
but
so cool.
Can I ask a serious question?
What is it? Anything for you, brother?
How did you get Cindy to date you?
I just said, hey, you look like a solid 7. And she said,
Aren't there
That's-
higher numbers?
yeah.
Shouldn't I use a higher number?
Well, no, you don't want to, like, they... the
What if I
key to a girl's heart is... How do you... You know what Dad always told me?
What did Dad always say? He never talked to me much.
Yeah,
And he never talks to me now. He's still alive. If he ever dies, I don't know what I would do.
I don't know either. He's such a saint. Dad told me, you better treat that Cindy girl better. Because she's a 10 for putting up with you.
Oh my god, did you hear him call his girlfriend a 7?
I did. Oh my god. Who would call someone a 7?
I'd say you're at least a 9.
Oh,
totally his type.
So I should go in
like,
there.
when
listen,
you wake
okay?
up, not when you get ready and put your makeup on.
Oh
like,
god,
totally.
yeah. You are a morning after 9.
I mean, what do you think of this? Like, I want you to wrap me in a warm, tender hug.
My blood will warm your soft skin.
Dirk, what you need to do
What do I need to do?
is go into the bathroom.
Go into the
follow
bathroom,
her,
follow
confront
her.
her.
Confront her. Like,
And just-
threaten her?
No. Confront her and just say to her, go to her and say, look, Fiona, I think you're like a Greek god and take me like Zeus.
Okay.
That was really good
The
advice.
midnight is dark without Jean. It's so good.
Because you're Aphrodite and the Zeus. Zeus.
You're in the girls' bathroom.
Oh my god, is that Dirk?
Anyways.
Hey, everybody!
Always
No.
Dirk's in the girls' bathroom!
Fiona, you are a solid 7 and a 10 for putting up with me. And I was wondering if maybe you'd want to go to the spring formal with me.
Oh my god, is he trying to ask you out?
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh my
So it's
god.
good?
Does he even know about your thing for Jean?
I don't think he even knows.
Oh, Cindy's gonna be pissed.
I'm really sorry,
You
but
have a thing for my brother?
She's been writing poetry about him since she was like 40. Oh shit, sorry.
I didn't want anybody else to know.
All right. Well, oh my God, I'm gonna leave. Dirk, could you get out of the door, please?
Don't say it's true.
Of course it's true. Your brother's like smoking.
No, yeah, he smokes, but that's bad. It causes lung cancer, and lung cancer leads to dying early, in which case you will be left alone and widowed. And I don't do anything bad. I don't even drink.
Look,
Because drinking is, I'm straight edge.
you're really sweet, but like, you're not my type, and
Well, what's your type? I could be your type. Do you want someone cool who smokes? I could smoke. What is that you're holding?
it's, nothing. It's just a note I was writing.
Gene!
Don't call your brother in here. No, don't.
Okay,
Why
well...
are you calling him in?
Okay.
How'd it go?
Can I smoke?
No.
You guys are like standing right
only
in front
cool
of me
guys.
again. Do you do this often? Just have your own personal conversations while someone else
It's
is
called
in
a
the room?
brotherly bond, okay? The
Oh,
brothers
okay.
are bonding.
Yeah, of course.
All right?
You
So
know,
could
you're
just some
totally right.
respect.
Yeah.
Okay? What is it, Dirk?
Have you ever felt like you were having a dream, and then halfway
I dream.
through it turned into a nightmare,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
a
you
dream.
woke up, but you were still in that nightmare,
John-
and then you realized that every day, and it's gonna get worse, because
Jean, I have something I want to show you.
it's about you.
Mr. Hammer, if it would be anyone in the girls' bathroom, it would be you. This is your last strike. It's time to start shopping for other schools and other possible roads of employment, Mr. Hammer.
I'll go out there, but you have to promise me one thing.
What?
Just teach me how to be cool.
I can do that. Now go take the fall.
Yes, it was me. I went into the girls' bathroom and I peed.
What? Like some sort of deviant?
Yes, I, Dirk Hammer, am a deviant.
I'm going to call your father about this. Mr. Hammer, come this way, please. You will be leaving the school immediately in the custody of the local police enforcement.
So, John, what do you have to say?
Listen, Fiona, that's really flattering, but I can never cheat on Cindy. She's my world.
But your brother said I was a solid 7.
He's not wrong. I mean, the right lighting, you could be a 9.
This is all his fault.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't cry. I can't handle that. Don't cry.
And scene.
Seriously.
All right, let's give her a die. How did that go for our good friend Fiona?
I think bad.
Yeah. Not good. Bad news bears.
All right, we're gonna go back to the airplane,
Definitely.
and our good friend Dirk Hammer finds a knife in his brother's bag.
My bag.
Yeah, it was put in your bag.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You missed that.
And
one.
I think as time goes, he offers to take the fall again.
Aw.
It's good.
Tying it all in.
Ding!
What do you want? This is the 30th time. Keeping track, by the way.
I was just wondering if I could maybe get. I heard my brother say it, and it sounded cool. 3 fingers on rocks.
3 fingers of what on rocks?
Human fingers on rocks.
This is the worst joke you've ever made, and I'm gonna go do my job now. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
You're gonna be fine just sitting here by yourself?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're not gonna call me again?
I'm not gonna call you again.
I
It's just
don't-
when I see you, Aphrodite and Zeus. I told it every night before bed I practiced, but it's still hard to say. When I see you, because it's like the sun rises 4 times that moment. And it's noon. Somewhere. 3
I have
fingers on rocks.
Never forgiven you.
I've
You wanted to air this out? Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's do this right now.
Let's do this. I just...
Oh my God, could you not? He's been dinging you and you two do nothing but fight. Could you please Could you please just go somewhere?
Let's air our grievances then. So I made a mistake.
Sir, have a room temperature boiled water. On the house.
Even drinks this.
So I made a mistake because I thought you loved me because I had a dream about you in high school and I thought it was real, but it wasn't. And I went into the girls' bathroom because my brother told me to, and then I also smoke now. I smoke.
It
I
is
smoke.
all your fault that your brother came into the bathroom and ruined my fantasies of him falling in love with me.
So
If it hadn't been for you, the timing would have been different. He could have been my husband.
I don't think that's true because he seems like he settled for Cindy. He doesn't even like her cookies anymore. Do you want him sitting there being like, yo, Fiona, these cookies suck and you're stupid?
Well, I mean, he is rude now, but still as hot as ever.
I smoke too. I smoke. I did a drug. Advil. I took Advil. Before the flight, I was worried it would cause my head to explode when I got to high altitudes, but I'm doing fine. I'm a little angry.
Can I please get some like headphones or something if you guys are gonna keep doing this? I mean, like this is supposed to be first class. I'm supposed to be having a good flight.
Of course, sir. Here you go.
All I'm asking is that maybe when the flight lands, we go on a date, and we can mini golfing, hole in one.
You're still just as pathetic as you were in high school. I'm sorry. Please stop calling me unless you need me for something related to flying.
What about the fact that you make my heart fly to heaven every day? Would that count as flying? Would it? No. Okay, I get it. It's over. We're done.
We never were to begin with.
No. I specifically remember those in that class, in Mr. Bunson's class.
Chemistry, yes.
Yes, you said, hey, it would be cool to date your brother, but there was a pause.
Yeah.
And I specifically, and I think about it often. And
The pause?
no, the first words before the pause. You can go.
Are you sure?
I won't ding you again.
Are you sure?
I'll dream of it, but I won't.
Dirk, you still have the credit card?
Yeah,
I
it's
need-
in the... Oh, gee, golly, shit, fucking Jesus.
What seems to be the problem?
Just give her the credit card because I need more of these. And they're not
You should
taking
just
Mr.
go help somebody else.
Bones's anymore.
Well, I'll talk with him. He's drunk. He's probably thinking, "Man, I'll put in a good word. I'll put in a good word. Word.
I'm just gonna go.
Hey, Fiona.
Why did you bring a knife on a flight?
I didn't.
There's a knife in your bag. It's seated right on top
No,
of your
that's
Playboy
Jim's.
magazine.
That's Jim's.
Who's Jim?
Jim's my boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend?
Hey, Mr. McGee. How's the flight going for you up here?
Who's that?
It's my name, because you're sitting in my seat. Brought something along, maybe a little bit of something to roll up and take your mind off the flight. Here, I'm pretty good at knowing how to...
Don't you dare touch
Just
his bag.
give him the bag.
You want him to have your knife.
Yes.
What? I'm sorry. What
Nothing.
what did you
Here,
say?
have this. You know what?
Oh.
I did not think past this moment.
Oh my god.
What do I do next?
Oh my god. Ding! Oh my god. Fiona, he has a knife. Everyone, he's got a knife on the plane.
Does anyone need anything cut by chance? For I have a blade.
How did you get that past security?
I think he intended to bring it on. You two have been fighting this whole flight. Maybe he's going after you.
That's not true, Fiona.
Fiona, you need to get out of here. Fiona, we need to...
Nope.
Just put the knife down. Just put it down. Then we can talk about this.
All I need to everyone to know that this is definitely my knife.
Are you making
This
demands?
is definitely not my demand. Is that you
Found
listen
your
to
knife,
me.
Jim.
Okay, everyone, he
Fine.
just wants us to listen to him,
Your brother's.
please.
Everyone, this is my knife, not my brother's knife. My brother is a cool guy who would never bring a knife on the plane.
Cheers.
And he could be with Fiona
Just stop.
whenever he wanted, and I'm just some crumb bum who just poof, tackled
Yeah.
and seen.
Security.
Air Marshal.
Oh, fuck me.
I think that went great.
Swimmingly for bones.
Who was it? Whose scene was
It's
that?
mine. I get a die. You guys give it to me.
Well, that clearly went bad. Like, there's no way any of us could fudge that any other way.
Nobody had a good time there.
No.
All right, you're up.
I'm up.
Your turn.
My turn. Holy moly. What to do after that? That's a climax. Also, what Sean Von Hammer says. Let's do
You're back in the seat now.
what, your seat?
No, well, the seat next to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
Your
That's-
seat, yes.
My seat. Because as soon as you pull down that, I'm like, fucking nope. Disengage.
Okay.
What if you get interviewed
Yeah.
by a very attractive air marshal about your brother and the knife he brought on the plane?
I'd love it.
Sure.
I love it. Let's
Is this
do
while
that.
we're still in the air?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dirk's just like handcuffed and has like a Hannibal gag on.
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
No. What have I done wrong?
I love you, Fernona.
Just kick the fuck
So
out.
you guys sit in your seats. Who wants to play the air marshal?
I can. Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
And scene.
Excuse me, sir. I just want to ask you a few questions about what. Thank you for taking notes. About what
Random
happened.
finger.
This is my assistant. Please don't laugh. This is a very serious matter.
I'm sorry.
I'm a fully qualified air marshal.
Now, I wanted to ask you a few questions about what happened with your brother. Is it?
Dirk.
Yes.
Dirk. Yeah.
Okay. That is your relationship to him, though. He is your brother.
Allegedly.
Yes. He's
Allegedly.
He.
Sir, are you all right?
I've had a few.
Something wrong with your
A lot
eye?
of things.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so no, you're saying your brother brought this knife on the plane with him. Was it intentional? Was it accidental?
No, he said he brought the knife on.
Right, but do you know if it was intentional?
He knew
Did
before
he
he got on
have-
the plane.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he sure did.
I didn't.
This is very conflicting information. What is your role in this? How
Just the
is
secretary.
Dora secretary?
Yes.
Who's secretary, sorry?
His.
And what sort of business do you two run?
I sell.
I mean, he tries to bring stuff legally into the country all the time.
No, I don't. Not at all.
Right.
You're awful at jokes. Your humor is very misplaced.
Illegal
Never a joke.
substances. Please get that down.
No, they're not
Great.
illegal. They're just not FDA approved. It's stuff that's not approved for human use yet. But I'm a goddamn saint. I help the sick.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the knife was found in your bag.
Prove it.
We found your passport in the bag.
Did you see him pull the knife out of the bag?
It was what he told us happened.
Yeah, but
We
you.
had some eyewitness accounts. One, Mr. McGee?
Yeah, that's what he said his name was. Still haven't found his passport.
Can I see your badge?
It's unrelated to the subject.
I'm not gonna volunteer any other information without seeing official. Well, Stephanie. How's your day?
It's going fine.
Fine.
Swimmingly, in fact.
Yeah,
Now, it would go even better if you would cooperate.
I am cooperating.
Excellent. So, now, you were saying about the knife and whose bag it was?
Oh, Jim brought the knife.
Nope.
That doesn't quite line up with our story of your brother pulling the bag out of the seat
knife.
next to him and the knife out of the bag.
I'm just going to interject. You should put it all on Dirk.
All on Dirk.
Yeah, so you get out of this good.
Okay. Ugh.
What are you writing? He hasn't said anything in a moment.
I'm just catching up.
Great.
Oh. Okay, Stephanie. It pains me to do this, especially considering we're on our way to my father's funeral. He just passed.
Oh, that's terrible to hear.
Absolutely sorrowful.
Don't
Real
know
loss.
how I'm gonna carry on, because today it's like I'm losing a brother too. Dirt. I thought he was kidding when he said he was gonna bring a knife. He said that he just wanted someone to respect him.
Completely understandable that you would think that he was joking.
I
mean, look at that mug.
he's not the brightest guy. I've had to take care of him my whole life. I've had to guide him. My father did the best he could, but look at he's mad. My father, my brother, I don't know how I'll cope.
You're being so strong. So strong.
Thank you, Stephanie. I just can. Maybe we could finish this interview privately.
Of course. You know, I want you to be comfortable. Would you mind giving us a moment?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay, bye.
Just fucking that's it.
And that's the story of how
I met your
John got
mother.
a handy on a plane. So that went well for you, I think. Yeah. All right, Mike, what's your scene?
I have no idea.
Well, it should be something with bones to continue this story.
Yeah,
Yeah, I need to, yeah.
because there's still the passport hanging.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you back the passport, I think is what needs to happen. So that you can,
Yeah.
under the pretense of you checking out the picture because you were the one who
Maybe,
had it.
okay, so maybe we're talking and I'm being a creepy fan again. Or
Oh my God.
more. And then you come back to ask me more questions about the passport.
What? Okay. I'm just thinking. Do
Yeah.
you have an idea too?
I was gonna say we continue talking where you're like helping me keep calm because I've just been like threatened by this crazy knife person.
Yeah.
And then I leave to go get some splash some water on my face, and that's when the passport comes back, and then I come back.
You know, mine was a bit too extravagant.
What's up?
Finding a way to somehow get it so that you get your passport, you rip your picture out, just to hide it even further, but then somehow it makes it so that because of the way that Dirk was sitting as Bones McGee, somehow brings that in too. Your identity shifts, but I think that's too much. I like this route better, so. Yeah, why don't you guys take it and we'll see where it goes.
So what are we doing? Oh, so we're gonna, yeah.
You guys should.
I don't think I've felt my heart pounding like this since my third divorce.
Are you gonna do an episode about this?
I think I have to. I mean, the fans need to know about
Definitely. You know, I might be in the market for a job, because I don't think I'm gonna be his secretary anymore.
I think that's best. I mean, you know that sort of behavior always runs in the family. It's in the blood. It's just like music or
Yeah.
other real talents.
Yeah. So, I mean, I could come help your show. It'd be a dream of mine.
I mean, I can't imagine how I'm gonna be able to get over this one, and I know that. I'm sorry. What did you say? I'm just thinking about the special episode I'm gonna air for this.
I could help you with that episode, and maybe more episodes.
You're You're a sweet guy, Jim. Why don't I'm just going to head over to the
Sure.
to the bathroom. I'm gonna need some get to splash some water on my face. Maybe when I come back, we'll talk about your spot on the show.
Sounds good.
The flower. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Jim, how's it going? It's been a very
Good.
eventful flight. Hey.
Yeah.
Just wanted to check up. Your area's been quite the hub of activity back here.
Yes.
So you're doing all right then?
Yes.
Great.
Better.
I'm glad. I wanted to bring by the passport that you gave to me earlier. You handed over. But I just wanted you to take a look at the photo and see if you recognized who it was, because it was in your possession before.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take a look at.
Oh, I think I hear a bell. I've got to go, but just keep that. I'll be right back.
Sure, I don't feel comfortable keeping it.
Just hang on to it for a sec. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh my God. I can't believe what they did. They put that maniac in the bathroom in some sort of a bib and a ball gag. It's barbaric and terrifying. I couldn't possibly use the facilities after that.
Not too many. But what about the washroom at the front of the plane?
Oh, I mean, that's for the first class. And since we're in second class, I really didn't think it would be appropriate.
I mean, the seat's vacant.
I guess it is.
Not that I want you to move. I'd love to keep talking to you. Yeah.
Did Fiona bring back the passport?
Yeah, she brought it back because I was the first one who had it. She was gonna just give it to me so I could see if I recognized the person in the photo.
Oh, but you haven't looked at it yet, of course.
Sort of a little bit. I'm a little. I want to look at it.
I think you should just
But
hand
I
it
don't
over.
feel comfortable
I mean,
having someone else's property.
Yeah, discretion and all that. Why don't you pass it over to me? I
I
I'm
feel
not
like
a curious person. I'll definitely
So
keep
my discussion with Mr. Hammer went very well, but I need to focus on this other matter we have of you're not having a passport.
Oh no, I definitely have a passport. I'm just not I'm not entirely certain. In the
Wait.
whole kerfuffle and being confronted by a
I have
manic.
an extra passport.
No,
Oh,
that couldn't
I'll take that
possibly
from
be
you
that.
then.
That
It
really
can't be his, though.
No, it's not. It's not mine. It's not mine. No.
And
I
how
lost,
can you be sure?
Because I lost mine when the knife wielded
This
maniac.
one is Lewis Smithley.
Lewis Smithley.
Yeah. So
Lewis Smithley. Let me. Excuse me, could you just turn your face towards me?
I'm sorry. I'm very uncomfortable around
Sir,
people of authority.
I'm an air marshal.
Yeah.
Please turn your face towards me. Looks like you to me, Lewis.
May I have my passport back, please?
his name is Bones.
Not according to that, it isn't. Missing passport. Found passport. Identical photo. I don't know how you missed that.
I didn't really look at it. I'm not comfortable with other people's objects.
Well, as long as you have your passport back, I think my job here is done.
Don't you have him, the guy in the bathroom, anything with?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll be going to deal with that then.
Comes again.
End scene. How do you think that went for your character, Mike?
Like very neutral.
Incredibly neutral.
Incredibly neutral.
I mean, I feel like it's bad for you because you just found out your
Yeah, the
idol
mystery's gone.
Yeah, okay, fair. I like that.
Thanks.
My idol is
is
not
dead.
who
He is
he
told.
says he is.
Well, and more than that too. Even if you decide to be calm about it,
Yeah.
You're not
not gonna be.
All right, Bones. You're up. What's your scene?
I mean, I could take this a really messed up direction.
What
Go
is
for
it?
it.
Yeah, tell it. What is it? What's your idea?
Try to take over the plane because you don't want anyone to find out.
There's a knife on board.
Somewhere now.
Somewhere now.
Air Marshal probably has it.
Great.
Yeah.
No, she's preoccupied with what's his nuts.
Maybe the assistant.
That's a pretty extreme direction to take
Yeah.
this, though.
Um,
I'm open to suggestions.
why
I think that'd be funny, but
why don't we do another flashback for Bones? Is that
where would we go back to?
well, just kind of like either him establishing himself in the show.
I think if we did another flashback, I want to save it for the end for
Okay.
a broadcast that you do after the plane lands.
Yeah.
If I'm allowed.
Yeah. So I think we should do something on the plane. I think it has to be along the lines of trying to silence Jim
What if?
somehow.
I agree.
Well, because I guess I'm the only one who knows. The air marshal knows, but she doesn't care.
No.
And you know that.
What if Jim just has a mental breakdown, like a freak out session about this new discovery, and you're just trying to calm him down because you feel like this person is on the plane
You're
and
trying
after you.
to convince me that I'm not. That isn't your password. That the air marshal made a mistake.
What if
I
take
think
wait.
I should be the one freaking out.
No, no,
I think
no, no,
my
take
fans
it-
should
take
be
it-
that weirded out by it. It's like, yeah, everyone's got to.
no take it the other way. He's freaking out. He's like his delusion is broken.
Yeah, his world is.
Okay, because you're Bones, right? So you now have to deal with him frantically saying, no, you're Bones, you're not Lewis.
I think
No?
to have a more push, you need to
Yeah,
be
I think-
because you think you're gonna die because you've been living.
Oh
this
yeah, I
life
forgot
for
about
so
the
long.
bod.
And so I'm actually really calm about it. I'm like, oh, okay, your name's
You start
Lewis.
seeing
Why didn't you
the
ever say
bod
your name?
But I
everywhere.
think then like what should happen is you should push him to the point where he starts to also freak out
Yeah, I like that.
that he knows. Yeah.
Like you
Um,
say, like
I think you should even be like super chill about it. You should be like, I can't wait to tell their fans. Like, this is gonna
And
be
then,
such
yeah.
a.
I'm gonna post it on the message board.
Like, yeah, I think you have to
Yeah.
silence him.
Yeah.
Not even that. Just start off with you like making a post about meeting your idol. You took like a selfie and you're like,
Oh.
real name is Lewis Smithley. Who knew?
Yeah, let's go for it. I
Why
like that.
would
you like that?
electronic
Eric?
devices would be off? I don't. I mean,
Well, you can buy
well,
Wi-Fi.
you can't
Just let me
buy
just quickly
Wi-Fi.
charge my card.
I don't think Jim would be the one to do something like that.
Okay.
But I think
I
yeah,
feel
just
like
even
it'd be-
bringing it up and being like, yeah, I
even
mean,
bring it
yeah,
up.
like just yeah, it's cool. It's
I've got a
cool fact.
I've got a
Just-
joke for it. I
just-
don't want to say it. So
Okay.
Let's go for it. You guys ready? And rock.
wow, your name's Lewis.
Well, I mean,
Because everyone's always speculated about what your real name is. No one really thinks you're Bones McGee.
it's best if they keep speculating.
Well, the forum that I post on it's called the Waffle Iron.
The four. I
For that's where we all talk about your show. Like there's like tens of us on there, and we always talk about it every Sunday afternoon. We all go on and we talk about the show.
I know the forum. I moderate it.
I got a post on there
About this?
about your name.
No.
Yeah.
No. You
There's a whole subforum on
No.
there
You
about
have
what
to-
your real
no,
name is.
You can't. You,
Why not?
well, I mean, there's the mystery, obviously. Now that you're on the insider track, I'll be moving you up into one of the private forums. But I mean, you don't want to ruin it for the other fans, do you? I mean, it's a whole part of the show. It's one of the
You're
biggest
not
features.
wrong. You're not wrong. But I mean, we've been messaging about it for so long that
No,
like
Jim. Can you keep a secret?
I mean, if I could work on your show.
He's fucking black.
Jim,
Yeah.
there are powerful people out there.
The Four Horsemen.
Powerful people, Jim, who don't want my name to get out.
Why
If
not?
they found me,
What? Found
Jim,
you?
If they found me,
Like, so they don't know is like Bones like a
it's the
like a
only
witness
thing.
protection
It's the
name?
only thing that keeps me safe from them, Jim.
Look at me.
And anyone who knows Jim is in just as much problem. One of them He's made people vanish, Jim. He's made people go away, and when they find them, Jim, there's almost nothing.
Could you
that I-
please stop saying the name Jim? It's really grating on me over here.
Of course.
That's
I'm
my
sorry.
name.
Jim,
Great.
Jim, come to the window, Jim. Shh.
There's no one out there.
Jim, you don't know where he might be listening, Jim. You don't know.
Okay, but so
Jim,
is this?
are you aware
I would like
of
to.
a serial killer who was active from the late 50s until the mid 80s, named
I'm sure there's
the Body Killer, Jim? Jim, he was a powerful man in show business, Jim.
Was he?
And
Was there like an HBO show about him?
several. He's an unsolved case
I watch
that they
HBO
air.
a lot. I've never heard about this show.
They air it late at night, Jim. Since you're an
Enough
early
with the
morning lis-
gyms up there. God.
Since you're an early morning listener, you probably don't stay up late enough to catch
Oh, I don't.
Jim. If the
I
bod,
sleep when I'm at work with.
if
like,
the bod finds me, he'll find you too.
why would
Then
I find-
we'll both be found floating
I don't understand why I'm involved in this.
because you know, Jim.
I swear. Jim, one more time, and I will push this button.
Listen, guys, you're really disturbing my wife right now. So,
Yeah! I'm disturbed!
please. She is a very light sleeper. You need to finish this conversation. It's okay.
Without saying Jim.
As the newest
Everyone else can hear us around us,
as the newest
and they all should be.
as the newest showrunner for my show.
So I am working for you.
Important that you keep our little secret for both our sakes.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a job.
And a secret that you must protect at all costs.
Okay.
Or is-
You're freaking me out a little bit.
Jim. That's wise. That's very wise, Jim. You can't go yourself. The bot could be here right now.
I don't see anybody.
Oh, who's that?
Did someone want a hot towel?
Take your hot towel and go to hell with it. I need to get some air. Jim, you'll keep the secret, won't you, Jim? Good. You're a good man, Jim. You're a good man, Jim. I'm just going to go and get some air.
Get some air on the floor.
Here,
and what
here's
kind of? Oh, I think that actually went good for you.
Yeah, that
You're
went good for
paranoid
Bones.
because your secret's not going to split.
No.
All right, Fiona, your last scene that you get to set or resolve.
Oh.
That's so funny. Do you know about a serial killer called the Body Killer? The fucking bot.
The waffle iron. Good for him.
Yeah, it is.
There's tens of us.
I'm
I love that that was your joke. You were like, I need to say this.
It was good.
Great, I'm moderated.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was like.
What's gonna happen here?
What do you want? Like, you got to think of like Fiona's resolution here. What do you want? What story do you want to tell to Fiona?
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, because
What
you
needs to
got the
happen here?
reins here.
Don't cry for me, Fiona.
Do you still need to get revenge
Just in the
on
bathroom.
Dirk? Or is that your revenge on Dirk?
I think
I think she should think Dirk is cool because he just got arrested.
I think that having Dirk reintroduce himself into your life in this violent and scary way makes you realize life is fleeting. And you need to go after Jean.
Oh.
At which point you might discover Jean in the middle.
No,
Oh.
John's done. He's quick.
No. I feel like. Yeah.
Yeah, that could have happened at the same time that she discovered it. Like, she can discover it while it's happening, and then that's when the air marshal went away, talked to the other group.
Okay, wait.
Slip in.
So was it just you and the air marshal, or was it both air marshals?
Which
Who
means that you
knows?
spent your whole life pining after Jean, thinking he's faithful to Cindy.
Oh yeah. That's
Oh,
just
yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Finding and then discovering.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Sean's a dick.
Yeah.
But now the question is, are you with both air marshals or just one?
I
Probably probably just one, I think.
realistically, I don't know how much her assistant would be down to fuck.
Not DTF.
Yeah,
Here's your answer.
he seems very.
You're the worst of worship. I'm the best air marshal ever. We love him too, the bird. Thank you. Oh my god, we love him. The worms of the earth of worship. That's great. That's great. All right. So, but it's your scene, so you can decide how you actually want it to go. If you, I think the discovery though that he is not faithful would be a good.
Yeah,
Right.
He
no.
was so faithful in high school.
In high school,
But he
yeah.
wasn't.
That's the only thing
But he
that holds
wasn't.
you back.
Said not. No,
But I guess
think
no one
that's
else
good.
knew that.
So,
Can we just talk about the creepy fact that you're probably a 24-year-old dude dating a 17-year-old girl in high school?
Yeah, you are. You are so that guy.
They did not start dating until she was legally 18.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, it was also the.
We were
He
just.
waited till that day.
Yeah, we were
That's the creepy part.
Yeah. I was like, happy birthday, baby, be mine.
He was like, what's the time of your birth? No reason.
yeah, no, I like that. I think that's good.
Yeah.
But because you guys kind of came up with it, I'll just resolve at the end. And,
Sure.
yeah.
Sure.
Cool. So, I guess we'll just.
What? How generous of you, Justin.
Are you going to fucking finish?
Yeah, I've had a few.
Jean, I have something I want to. Oh my god! The air marshal?
I must do my job, which is stop crime and.
What about Cindy?
She interrogated me.
About what?
Cindy did?
And, Dirk.
That's all you have to say? I came back here with these letters that I've been carrying around with me since high school. High school. And then when you showed up today, it was like fate. And then you didn't remember me? And that was okay. I was okay with that. I mean, I was ready to start over. But now, you're not the same guy I thought you were. You really aren't.
He never is.
Where did you come from?
I'm just walking by.
Oh, honey, he never is.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Fiona. I'm really close, and you could be that girl.
I'm sorry. I can't. I can't even.
No, you could. 7 would do it for me right now.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm sorry. I just.
Oh no.
I have to go.
You're lost.
I have to go.
This is good. Yeah, it's done. There's nothing. I'm sorry, Fiona. It would never work between us. You're right. Hey, maybe here's a food for thought. There's more than one hammer, bro.
You're such an asshole. Has anybody ever told you that before?
Just every day.
You know, my dad used to tell me that a lot. Yeah.
Your
Smart
dad
man.
was a very smart man.
Oh, he was. He ended the ivory trade.
Great. You know what? I'm gonna go wipe my face off in the bathroom, and I'll be right back. You just make yourself decent and get back to your seat.
Can I read one of those notes?
You want to read one of the notes?
Might help.
Okay.
You're a doll. Fuck.
How's that end for you?
Was that good?
Or was that bad?
I mean, she kind of confronted
Oh
But
my
then
god.
she gave him one of the notes for very clear reasons.
I feel like that was bad. I don't
Sure.
think that was good.
Sure.
No.
didn't go the right way. Nope.
Alright, I want a good die for me
I've got
at the
it.
end of this scene.
I've also got an idea.
Okay.
You give your
What a
idea.
good day.
And then I'll one up it.
No, you go first.
You find a parachute.
You go first, because mine's a brother scene, so it could work for either or.
I think Fiona does go to wait.
I was gonna say I would think I'd go to the
Forgetting.
bathroom. Yeah.
And she decides that she needs someone to talk to.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
And-
totally
and
where I
He's
was
all
going.
gags. We
Dirt.
can't talk
No,
back.
yeah.
Oh.
Can't say anything stupid.
And
Wow, you're a good
realize-
listener.
And Dirk gives her what she needs to get her revenge. Dirk tells her exactly where he found the knife.
Oh my god, I have a thing that can go after that too. That is really funny. The fucking marshal's like, "You're a sex killer. You kill through sex."
Okay.
You almost got me.
My idea was I was just gonna take the note and cross out Jean and write Dirk and go give it to him. But I like that better.
That sounds good to me.
Yep.
Great, I get to have an entire monologue scene by myself.
Enjoy talking.
Until you ungag it. So anytime you feel it.
Yeah, anytime I'm done.
Gag.
Oh,
I'm sorry, please.
You okay over
continue.
there?
Yeah, I'm good.
What are you, just out of curiosity,
I am
attached
a pole.
to? Okay.
Like the bathroom pole.
like
like
Jack
the
in Titanic.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, I was just
The little curtain.
Yeah.
keeping yourself entertained, I see. Okay. Oh my, what are, oh, right, you're in here. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. That's okay, you don't have to say anything. It's better if you don't, really. I'm not really in the mood to talk at all. I mean, I just had this terrible discussion with your brother, and I tried to resolve some of our issues, and I know you don't really want to hear this, because we had that whole thing in the bathroom in high school, and I don't... But he really is just an asshole. He's the worst kind of person I've ever met. I'm sorry, what was that? Just hang on, let me take that off for you.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I was getting from you anyways. But, you know, he didn't even have a thought about what I had to say. He just only thought about himself. He asked me to finish him off. It was the most insensitive thing I've ever heard.
When you say finish him off, do you mean kill him?
You're so sweet. No, that's not really what I was talking about. But
I mean, like, John always tried to be nice, but he kind of did it very selfishly. Like, he told me to go into the bathroom to talk to you in high school because he said you'd like that. And then when I got in, he yelled that I went in the bathroom. And
I mean, you really were always the nice guy. You're the one who took the fall for him,
I took the fall for him again today.
and you did. You took
There was the knife in his bag. It was his, and I said it was mine because I thought that's what brothers do. They go to jail forever for their older brothers.
It
And-
wasn't your knife?
Oh, no, of course not. No, I would never bring a knife on a plane. It's against the rules. I don't even smoke. I lied earlier. I still don't smoke, and I did take the Advil, though. I did do drugs. But I did not smoke.
Well, but you're handcuffed and...
Oh, yeah, this is just par for the course, right? Like,
Why would you do that for him?
because he's my big brother, and I gotta defend him. Right? That's what little brothers do, right? That's what he told me. That's what he always told me. He said, no matter what, if I kill someone, or if I show up with something bad, you gotta take the fall. And I said, sure thing, bro. Maybe I can get a hug. And then he said, not really. Brothers don't hug. They just they take the fall for one another. And my wrists hurt. Like, that lady was mean, and she put them on really tight. And I said, why are you putting them on so tight? And she said, because you're going to jail forever. And I said, well, that sounds right. I brought a knife on a plane.
Sounds like something
And
she
then
would say.
I also told her I did drug. And she laughed at me. So I don't think I'm going to jail for that. Luckily, they could add it a few years, props.
Well, you just stay here, and I'll go see if I can find her and explain things to her. You've been really helpful.
I become a lot less scared of talking to you, knowing that after today I'll never see you again, and, I'll rot and die in jail. Which is fair, right? Can you grab one of my comic books?
Just give me 1 second.
Sure.
I'll be right back.
Sure.
That's a good die.
Conversation with yourself, huh?
Yeah, at this point I was like, I can't go any further. Split personality.
All right.
We'll say that
Jean.
conversation happened.
It did, yeah.
Lay it on me, people.
Maybe the marshal comes back to confront you about her new knowledge about that you had the knife.
Oh yeah, she brings maybe both me and Jean to talk, so James can be part of it too. I also have, I think, a really good scene for you, for your last scene, and I'm excited. I like that. Do you like that? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts too?
You bring him back to the seats?
Yeah, what if I bring him back, come back to your seats? I don't know where you are, but...
What if John just goes and takes a deuce in the
I
bathroom?
feel like Jim's just walking around the plane now.
Let's,
Jim's just wandering.
Because I feel like you need to be a bystander of this conversation somehow.
I think if you guys if we all get involved in this
Yeah.
as well. Like even you as Bones.
What?
Because I do know where the knife came from.
Yeah.
I can corroborate the story. You can be the inspector if you want.
Or you could be Jim. Or this all happened at your guys' 3 seats.
I don't think so. I think they probably have us all move to the back of the plane and
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be
It's more like,
Sure.
okay, what's the fucking story?
Sure, we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the
only person
kitchen. We're in
who's
the little
not-
kitchenette back there.
The only person who's not directly involved based on the story that the air marshal knows is you. So you could just wander into the conversation if you wanted to.
No one's coming.
You're being used.
No one's coming back to serve drinks or anything. I'm like, I come back and I
just
look
want
at
some
you
Yeah.
guys.
Some boiled water.
I mean, at one point, you did say at one point it was in your bag. Like, you guys said it was in your bag, and you said no, it was in your bag.
Yeah.
So I think you should be back here, just to really straighten the story.
No, I
out.
think you said it's Jim next, and I said nope, and then they just did.
But I was
the
like, it
conversation.
can't be Jim because I heard, and I gotta protect Jim now because Jim knows.
So what if we're all
Yeah,
back
Jim
here,
knows.
just because
Yep.
this is a movie and we
Yeah.
can do that?
Yeah.
The only one who's not here is Fiona, because you have
has
to
no
be the
reason.
air
Yeah.
marshal.
Yeah.
You get to be the air marshal, or Fiona's there. Just
We'll do
not
the air
saying
marshal telephone.
Yo, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
If we can all be the air marshal and jump in between.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah, and
good.
we're all playing ourselves. I like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
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 Who's starting? Who's the first air marshal?
Eric should.
Eric.
No.
Too much pressure.
Too much pressure.
I'll be the first air marshal.
Sure.
So, I've heard new information that the knife wasn't your brother's and it was yours all along. It was in your bag. He found it and told you about it.
Excuse me. I'm really not sure what me and my assistant have to do about this. So, can we go back to our seats, please?
Whoa. Your assistant?
Yeah, I'm hiring Jim on to be the showrunner.
I got a new job. I was gonna send an email.
You told me, unless I fucked you silly this weekend, that you were going to go to the cops.
You were gonna fuck that guy?
Man, you just fuck everyone.
You fuck
He really
everyone?
does. He really, really, really does.
He fucked me over.
I caught him with the air marshal.
If we could get back to the case at hand, please. These little details are irrelevant.
Did you fuck the air marshal?
Excuse me. I would like to focus on your statement, your deposition about the knife.
To you, I plead the fifth. Yes.
So
On the record.
here's what happened. I went up to my brother's seat to grab a comic book. And then that's where the three men were talking. My brother, this man that we did not know
Mr.
today,
Brother.
and then myself, wink, wink, because I am now Bones McGee. Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you're Bones McGee.
And then I came up to the front with my comic books, and there was a knife inside the bag. And I said, "What's this knife doing inside your bag?" And what did you say?
I didn't say.
Now, I'm confused about one point here. So, you're Bones McGee, and you will state that he's Bones McGee over here. But it was found out at some point that Bones McGee is actually...
Can we just skip
So
right
here-
past that?
so-
I'm Bones McGee. It's
Yes.
my alias on the show. When
But
I
I'm
gave
Bones
the seat-
McGee. If you actually see in my airline
What
pass
happened
machine
was
printout, I had my name on it, Bones McGee, which is what they said I was.
this.
Miss Busby, could you please identify these men?
Sorry, which man?
All of them. Please, consider it like a game of match the name to the face. Who is who? Because I do believe you ushered them all on board.
Of course.
Yes.
According to my records, this is Jim, one name only.
That's
Irish.
odd. Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Very strange, I know, but
Yeah.
yes. And then this man over here is a frequent flyer with us.
Oh.
He's a radio show host. He goes by the name Bones McGee.
Goes by Bones McGee. Legal name, please.
You've already seen it on my passport. Personal reasons, I'd prefer it not be said out loud.
Well, this is all on the record, and you aren't Voldemort, therefore, Lewis Smithley.
And this man over here is a little confused. He thinks he's Bones McGee because he swapped seats with the real...
So my real name is Lewis Smithley?
I
No.
have trouble believing any man is truly this simple.
Can we stop saying that
He's
name?
Thank you.
sweet.
What's his real name, though?
My real name is Dirk Hammer,
Dirk Hammer, thank you very much.
and my brother's name is Jean Von Hammer, or Gene Veen Hammer.
Gene...
And
asshole.
Gene is the one who originally made the swap with the seats between these two gentlemen because he did not want to sit next to his brother.
No, I love my brother. I wanted to sit next to my brother. You were extorting me.
I'm sorry, weren't you the one who approached me to swap our seats? Something about
because our
your-
dad's dead.
Yeah, about your father's funeral.
Okay, but the real matter at hand is who brought the knife on board and what were their intentions.
So that's what I thought was a bit weird, because I packed my brother's carry-on,
Yeah.
and there was no knife in there before.
Yeah, because I don't know what comic books to pack. And
Well, I mean-
Dirk can't travel without his comic book.
And I don't want to do a carry-on, because I feel like if I do a carry-on, I'm going to lose it.
And
It sucks out the window. which would suck.
I have to give Dirk the credit cards because I'm an irresponsible drinker.
That doesn't really stop anything.
So let me be clear. You're saying that the knife, which was found in your bag, was packed by your brother.
No, he didn't pack it.
I didn't pack the knife.
No. I don't know how the knife ended up in my bag, man.
I mean, there's only one other person who was by your bag.
Well, see, Jim told me
That would be you.
earlier. No, Jim told me earlier in the flight.
You told me earlier that your brother was the one responsible for bringing the knife on. I have it in writing.
You said that?
I just I popped 3 Viagra before this flight, and I just needed to get off, and so I was just. If I'd known you were going to do it like a jackhammer and not
You
like a
lied to
loving thing, I wouldn't have. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you lied to a federal marshal so that you could get sexual gratification?
Is your dad actually dead?
Oh,
yeah.
definitively. Yeah, he
fell
fell out of a
He fell
boat.
out of a yeah,
Trying to make a-
He's mush.
Yeah.
He is mush.
He's ground beef. Chum. They call him Chum. That's his friends.
As a former employee of this man, he constantly lies about everything.
Do not.
And I have to back up my brand new showrunner and confidant. When I approached the front before Dirk began to make...
Lewis.
Before Mr. Hammer began to make...
Mr. Smithley.
Before Bones began to make strange accusations about carrying the knife, he did ask his brother why the knife was in his bag, and I'm sure I heard his brother saying something about it just being okay. That's not the response of a normal person to finding a knife he didn't pack on his bag, Your Honor.
I have had 5 drinks. I love my wife. I would never cheat on her. There's no way I was going to be able to bone down with this guy sober. I cannot be held responsible for anything.
So how many people did you attempt to sleep with on this flight?
Attempt or succeed.
3 I've seen.
3.
You've attempted.
Who's the third?
Me, Fiona,
Who's
and
Fiona?
the Armosha.
And yes, me.
Who's
And during this time, several of them were people in positions of authority, or part of your cover for the knife that you brought onto the airline.
Can you imagine if this was all orchestrated so you could kill the pilot and take over the plane? You did say you needed me to sit up front.
Explaining why he had your seats swapped with Mr. Smithley here.
Bones.
Thank you.
No. Okay, so
So if that is not the case, how do you explain it?
Cindy.
Who is Cindy?
His wife.
And where is Cindy? Is she on the flight?
No, she's
No,
at home.
She's at home.
How?
So you're suggesting that your wife packed a knife into your bag?
To get me in trouble because she knows I was going to be unfaithful.
A knife that was cleared by airport security.
It sounds to me like this is the work of someone dim-witted, not a mastermind.
Someone who has attempted to suborn several people of authority for sex-related air crimes.
Do you want me to take the fall for you on this one?
We can all hear you.
I'm still,
Listen.
Oh, you guys are right
still
here!
standing right here. You need to work on that.
And would you care to explain your statement about taking the fall?
Well, if you asked me to, I would say I did it.
And were you asked by your brother?
Yes, when I saw the knife, he asked me to take the fall for him.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you guys said, do you
No.
want me to do this? And
No,
you
I
said,
didn't.
yeah.
No, I didn't.
And then
No.
he also, in high school, told me to go into the girls' bathroom. And then when he went in, I peed on the wall.
So there's
Well, that's what I told everyone.
So your brother has a history of behavior surrounding breaking the law and then sexual activities, which you are then blamed for.
Huh.
Now, there is one shady person here who we haven't talked about. Why Mr. Smithley? Were you hiding your identity? How do you tie into this whole passport knife business?
I just gave up my seat for a nice young man who has lost his father.
Very generous of you, but that doesn't explain why you're hiding your identity.
It's part of my mystique for the show.
Do you know why he's hiding his identity? You seem to be very...
It's part of his mystique for the show, and his passport went missing for some reason. It got returned back to him now, but all that should be...
I think we
Outside.
should be more concerned with the deviant,
The
the
knife.
sex criminal.
Yeah, definitely
over
the
I
here.
knife
am.
and the sex.
I am
That
not.
is
I'm not.
exactly
I'm not
what
a.
somebody would say who wanted to deter information.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's happening, so don't look at me. I'm confused, and my hands are still handcuffed.
I mean,
That's 'cause you brought a
we're
knife on the
only
plane.
involved in
I,
the story.
do you need me to bring a knife on the plane?
No, that's what you confess to, though. Do you understand what it means to tell a lie, Dirk?
So you're lying?
No. Do you know what it means
You
to
do
tell?
realize we're still all standing here.
I'm just trying to teach him a life lesson right now.
Carry on.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Lewis Smithley, if you're so... Why... You're guilty. Yeah.
Of what?
Of
Hiding his
knifing.
name? Not wanting
Knifing. He's gonna...
But the knife was in your bag.
No, it wasn't in my bag.
I'd be happy to submit my fingerprints. I didn't.
I am the only person here who knows the majority of you. You're a frequent flyer. I trust you. I went to high school with you guys.
Did you?
You're an asshole, but I could never see you trying to kill somebody, although I made jokes about it in school. And you're, well, sweet. Too sweet to try and do anything with a knife.
I mean,
But Jim, I don't know. He's the odd man out.
I'm reading a comic book about a guy who he has superpowers like flight and stuff, and that's pretty
Go
cool.
on.
That's cool, right?
Yeah.
now, just because you don't know me does not mean that I'm automatically guilty of whatever.
Of course not. I would
'Cause I've
never
not been-
accuse you.
I haven't been accused of anything as of right until now.
Because like
But you're involved somehow with everything.
Hey, Jim, can I see your passport?
This one, sure.
If it's Irish, how come this is a passport from Dubai? It's not American.
You're the one who hired me while we were in Dubai.
I'm sorry, I'm
With
still
that
failing to see how
passport.
this evidence relates in any way to the sworn testimony by your brother that you asked him to take the fall for carrying a knife on a plane.
But the crazy thing is his knife wasn't there when we got on the plane. It was planted in his bag, and I said, "Oh shit, let me do this."
And how does this comic book character relate to your revelation regarding the knife?
I just thought it was cool. You might want to know.
He's sweet.
Okay, let me get this straight. What we have here is 4 men, all of which are claiming have no involvement with the knife, but all of which the others are claiming are involved with this knife.
I mean, no one. You two
I'm
are
even
just
going to
arguing
go a
with the knife
step.
back
I'm
and
going to even go to a
forth.
step further, and ask you, Mr. Smithley. Was there a reason you were hiding your real identity? I don't believe this mystique thing. You seem nervous. Your feet are tapping on the ground. You're constantly looking at the door. Are you waiting for someone?
Is someone gonna come on the plane?
That's absurd. We're still in the air.
Who had your passport?
Oh, Jim, of course, carrying it for me as my assistant.
Yes.
But he was not your assistant when we first got on this plane, no?
Oh, well, I mean, we
Why
were in
did
the
you make him
process
your
of
assistant?
Negotiations, of course.
This isn't relevant information.
I
The-
find it to be
the knife.
incredibly interesting for the fact that you are not even making eye contact with me right now, Mr. McGee.
I'm uncomfortable around people of authority, as I informed you earlier.
Wouldn't you not say you are a person of authority leading conversation every morning? on Fresh AM?
Well, I mean,
I'm not talking to you right
influence.
now, Mr. Jim.
I am very influential with my audience, yes. It's the early morning church crowd. They like a smooth,
So let me get this
jazz
straight.
finish.
You came in here as one Mr. McGee and are leaving as a Mr. Smithley. And after this man, Jim, took your passport, you gave him a position of power, your assistant. Is there a reason for this?
That's what I've been saying all along. Jim is an extortionist.
Oh, surely, Marshall, you're not assuming that this is some sort of massive collaboration between all 5 of us, where they bring on someone with a knife.
Smithley, we can protect you. We just need you to tell us the truth. You have nothing to lose here.
Because I'm looking at this, and this looks like a clear case of blackmail. You obviously do not like your name, for reasons that you will not share with us. But after this man over here found out about your name, you're now just passing the blame to other people.
I don't know who brought the knife on, but the truth is that someone stole my passport and knows that if my name gets out and if people begin to talk about me, then someone who uses knives is coming for me. I mean, I've been sure from the very beginning that these things are related, and then I was forced to give up my seat and to offer this person a job, and this man has been rude to me the whole time, and then the knife-wielding people were planning on using it. Oh wow, they were at my seat when I was there, and I just don't know what's happening, and I would love protection.
Well, this sounds like a closed kid book to me. We can't prosecute any of you. All of you are fine.
Okay.
I mean, what can we charge you with? Bringing a knife on a plane? Wielding a knife? Yes, all of this is accurate. All of this happened. But what can we do beyond this? Charge you for lying about your name?
It's not against the law.
Exactly. Charge you for supposedly blackmailing him?
Did not blackmail him.
Charging you for being a sleazy son of a bitch?
I think that is actually a chargeable offense.
And charging you for waving a knife around in a panic to save your brother, which still doesn't make much sense, but you don't seem guilty, so I don't know what to do.
I mean, I think that's also definitely a crime.
Maybe you just need to relax a little and I could show you how.
All right, we're going to arrest him.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Scene.
Yeah, just please
Let's move
somebody
on to
end
your
it.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that actually is good because you're not getting charged with a real crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we were trying to do, Mike, was get you to get the knife on there somehow because it's your
Somehow.
weapon.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, we
yours.
needed to link it to your character.
Yeah.
So we need to do that.
Yeah, he wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, no one was. Which
He
is,
doesn't know.
I said
You-
it was his knife.
You know. He
didn't
told
know,
you
you
that he
didn't
had a
really.
knife.
no,
No,
they're the only people who know it was.
Oh, it
a
was
knife.
them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
He wasn't directly coming out and saying it was my knife. He was just sort of.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that
he
was
wasn't
the
saying
that was the
anything.
link we needed.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think what should happen in this scene is since everyone's, I'm assuming in the bathroom,
You're up against the
handcuffed,
pole.
yeah. And I think it's because she wants to do something to me, but no. I think what should happen is, after all that, because you're a crazed fan, and he's just like, wow, glad that's over. And he just threw you under the bus. Now you're pissed at him, and you're like, I have.
I don't think he threw me under the bus.
I did.
For the passport.
Yeah.
Because he said you stole his passport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no one confronted me about that being I actually stole it. I would have defended myself and been like, it somehow got in my possession and I tried to return it.
But we're
Yeah,
trying
we
to
can-
make
yeah,
this
no.
theatrical,
I know.
right? Like we're trying to make things happen as opposed to be all in the laws of reality, right?
Yeah,
So-
it's a movie.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
you're pissed off that, you went to
You're-
bat for this guy and
Yeah,
he
as
just threw
your
you under
fan,
the bus.
as a fan, like treat it like you've been betrayed emotionally.
I can also throw out an opposite suggestion. So I've just confessed that I do think I'm being blackmailed. I've put together all the pieces as my character, and then the marshal just suddenly goes, "No crime, everything's fine." The moment I include him, maybe I'm terrified.
That's
now.
what I think too, because I feel
Yeah.
like you're putting pieces of the puzzle together that he's a fan. He found out my name.
He
The,
stole my
the
passport.
body sent him.
So what if I think it's all fine? We go back, and I'm like, phew, glad that's over.
And I'm
then
just like
you're
giving you everything
Yeah.
Sure.
until I can get away from you. I'm trying to get away from you.
Sure. Let's do it.
Everyone's cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking handcuffed right now. So
Oh yeah, I think our storyline's resolved.
yeah, it's done.
Yeah. Go for it.
We have to decide today's now or after.
During.
During. Sounds good. Well, I'm glad that's over. I mean, they did say your name a lot, but I think they don't really matter about this whole situation.
You mean that you're telling me that the air marshal doesn't matter
I
in
mean,
all of this? You
They,
can just
they seem like they're just gonna throw out all this. No one's ever gonna find out that that's your name. And nothing's gonna go to public record. or
yeah.
anything.
That's very interesting, don't you think? How this whole thing just gets swept under the table.
It is interesting.
You think it's interesting. You think I should think it's interesting.
I mean, you do think it's interesting. You just said, "Isn't it interesting?"
Oh, now you're telling me what I should be thinking, huh?
No.
Is that how this relationship is going to be going from now on?
That's not what I said.
Because I really don't know what to think or really what you want here.
I mean, I don't want anything.
You don't want anything right now,
Right now.
but in the future,
I mean,
you want to come onto my show, and you can just make all these problems just go away. Problems that start with you.
how does this problem start with me?
I mean, you're the one who took my passport.
I mean, I never took your passport. I found it somehow.
Yes, of
I
course.
think.
Yes, that's obviously what happened. Yes.
I mean, aren't you sure you didn't give it to me?
I mean, why? Yes, of course.
Okay.
I just forgot. What is it that you want? I've done everything you've asked for. I just want to get off this plane.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Wherever you want me to be going with this.
We're almost landed. There's like 20 minutes left of the flight.
Yes, of course, and
Is there something you want me to do?
no. What can I do for you, Jim? Jim with
I mean, you're technically my
no
boss.
last name. Jim who just suddenly shows up on a plane with people with a knife. Jim who just passes under.
Okay, I'll admit it was my knife.
There we go.
Yeah, it accidentally. I have no idea how it made it into my bag and then onto this flight, but then I passed it off to him after the empty seat now, but him being an asshole back to me. So I just put the knife back in his bag, and I feel bad for his brother, but
These things happen
these
in the regular line of
no,
business.
they sure don't. This is very unregular.
I'd like it to keep being unregular, yes. Yes, Jim. Yes, of course.
But unregular, yeah.
Yes, and then we can have everything go back to normal now. Just the way you like it, right?
Sorry to bother you. I'm just getting some last statements. I just need the spelling of your guys' name. Just for the record.
Mine is JYM.
Thank you. And yours?
The spelling of my name.
Yes, please.
Right now.
Right now.
With Jim right here.
Yes. Your real name, please,
Don't
sir.
you think you're both laying it on a little bit thick now? Don't you see I'm scared enough as it is? What do you want? I'm willing to be reasonable. I mean, it's a good show, but I mean, it doesn't have a wide audience. Do you need?
Sir, I just need your name.
Yes, of course, just my name and my passport,
just the smelling.
and how the knife just magically appears in the bag.
Look, okay, when you land, just here is my card. Just give me a call, please. I need the spelling of your name and everything else. I know, it's a strange last name, body, but it's a family name. That's how it is. So just call me, please.
Is everything all right?
I'm feeling very cold all of a sudden.
Oh, would you like me to get a warm towel?
Warm towel.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are on final approach. Please place your cables up and put your seatbelts on.
To get out of here.
You can expect it nice, sunny and balmy in Virginia. Florida-like weather, actually. You can also fill out a nice survey saying you had a nice
Cut there.
I want this last scene to be the body on AM radio recounting this flight.
Yeah.
The body?
Or sorry, bones, not the body.
Yeah, the
Flashback.
final, And it has a good ending for you.
Yeah.
It's all said and done.
What if the good ending is that you're no longer you're no longer in the morning show?
Yeah, you're on your new.
What if you made the news and then that got you famous? So you got moved up in the world.
The story is about him, but he's not involved. Like
You'd like me to do the rap?
Yes,
Yeah.
the last little bit.
All right.
I think it should be still Bones. Like you should be in character.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you have it start with Rush though?
But
Especially because it's not
It's
Rush.
it's no longer the Wallflower with Bones McGee. It's
I
now
think it should be your dream show.
Bones FM in the PM.
is Jim there?
It's Jim. They're definitely not.
Shake it, take it
Or is it
down,
too far
now,
to get rid of
shake
it?
it down, now, shake it, take it down, down.
Hello, all my favorite listeners and fans who have come with me onto the new show. I'm back after those 5 years I spent away in federal state penitentiary. But I want you to know that the show will be continuing in its new air slot and its new name. Don't feel sad that the Waffle Hour is gone. Bones FM is going to be the way of the future, and we're going to be blending a nice smooth assortment of jazz with that classic rock I know you've all been waiting to hear since the mid-'80s. Oh, my story, how I ended up in federal prison for assaulting an air marshal on the tarmac. Well, let me just tell you that that was one gig I never want to do again. But it's a curious story. How I got there, the knife, I'm sure you've all read my tell-all biography. Plain stupid. And what I can tell you is that Dirk Hammer and John von Hammer, not their real names, of course, they landed and made it to their father's funeral. But things changed for them from there on in. I don't think Dirk's going to be taking the fall for Jean Von anymore. And with Cindy in the know, you can be certain that John's life's made a real change for the worst. As for Fiona, I'm not sure what to tell you. I still take those flights in the early morning, heading out to the Virginia area to visit my family, and, I don't see Fiona around much anymore. I hope she's doing well wherever she is, gotten away from all those creepy men and the strange, perverted things they do. Oh, and Jim. Well, let me tell you. Jim had himself a little accident. I'm not saying that I'm not saying for any of you law enforcement listeners out there and with my brand new audience should be taking this as any sort of a statement, but I think Jim will be enjoying a little trip to the pen himself and meet some of my new friends.
Scary. This is the Bones FM. All right, everybody. Now let's all roll the dice, determine our fate, and these are the scenes that aren't told in the autobiography and what happens after this moment. So add up your dice together and subtract. So I, for example, have 6 here.
I have 5
Sorry,
positive.
5. 5 positive as well.
I have 3 positive.
4 positive.
You have 9 negative?
Yeah.
That's actually good, because you don't want to be low.
Yeah.
Low is bad.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I thought 0, close to
close to the
0.
middle, yeah.
Close to the middle's bad, I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5's still not good.
So, what did you get, Mike?
3.
3 good?
3 good.
Yours is grim. Your
Yeah.
aftermath is grim.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What did
What?
you get?
I got 4 positive.
Bitter. Your ending is bitter. You got 9 bad.
9 bad.
Nothing to write home about, which is one of the nicer endings. You and I both had 5.
Yeah,
Ours was miserable.
good.
That was our future.
I know what happens.
So now we'll go around the table one by one. For each die you have, tell a piece of your story.
Good for the good die and bad for the bad die?
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, relating to your ending. So,
Yeah, but these are good, these are bad about the
not
ending?
necessarily.
Not necessarily?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just you have
related
3
to your
points.
nothing to write home
You have
about,
talking
grim,
points.
Yeah, these are your
miserable.
talking points for your little point.
For what's ours? Miserable?
Miserable.
Yeah.
Miserable. Nothing to write home about.
Okay,
Well, that's
Bones.
lame.
Am I starting?
No, Megan.
No, I
Oh,
would start. Nothing to write home about. All right, so Fiona finished this flight, and she went inside to just go sit down for a second, having had the flight of her life, really, up till this point. And as she sat down, she gets a phone call from her airline, telling her that she has been fired. She, as the only stewardess to show up for the flight, she did a terrible job. And she will no longer be working with United Airlines.
Cool.
So she decides to change careers and becomes a radio DJ.
Our good friend Dirk, real name Steven, was held up at the further questioning by the air marshals and the law enforcement after the plane that he missed his dad's funeral.
Aww.
Yeah.
Jean Vaughn. Real name, Jim.
With an eye.
Yeah, with an I, like it's normal. Noticed Dirk, Stephen, talking to the air marshals for additional questioning, and dodged that, made it to his dad's funeral.
Jim, with a Y, went back to Dubai to get away from it, from the hectic life of the States.
Because you're actually like a Dubai prince.
As previously stated, assaulting an air marshal is a minimum of 5 years in prison, even with good behavior. And thanks to Bones' decision to assault the air marshal while she was clearly colluding with Steven, the other one of his attackers, Bones ended up taking the fall for pretty much all of it.
In her new endeavors to be a radio talk show host, Fiona could only find herself a AM gig, which she called the Waffle House without much success.
Dirk tried to contact Fiona afterwards to ask her out on a date and was turned down as per usual, and spent another Christmas by himself.
Aw.
Jean Vaughn, losing everything to the divorce with Cindy, except that decrepit Miata showed up at Fiona's house with some flowers, only to open the door and see Dirk there asking her out on a date and assuming the worst and leaving.
How's that a good thing?
Nah, it's just talking
It's
points.
just talking
Oh,
about it.
okay.
They don't need to be good or bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A while back in Dubai, someone that he's never heard of offered a job opportunity and said to come back to the States for an interview. And Jim decided to make his way back.
Good old Irish Jim.
5 years in a federal prison gave Bones the street cred and the rough and tough attitude that helped him write his tell-all book, Plain Stupid. It was a #1 bestseller, holding airlines, the funeral industry, and the radio talk show industry all accountable for malpractice and criminality that left Bones extremely wealthy coming out of prison.
Fiona found her niche in offering airline travel advice on her radio talk show to the crowds of people taking early morning flights.
I like it. I like it. Jim was supposed to receive. Sorry, Dirk. Dirk was. There's so many names. Dirk was supposed to receive royalties from the book. However, he misspelt his name in the information that he sent towards Bones, and another man made a lot of money for reasons he did not know that he never corrected anyone on.
That's funny.
Jean Vaughn, feeling down in the dumps and with nothing left to his name, losing his business, his wife, his potential 7, his brother, decided there's only one way to restore glory to his name, and made the record land speed boat attempt.
How did it go for him?
He ended up ground beef.
Aw, poor Jean.
The job interview was promoting a book. And as Jim read the title of the book and the author, everything went black.
Not actually directly responsible for anything that happened to Jim. Bones' paranoia with the continuing presence of the body, a serial killer still at large since the late 80s, prompted him to spend his substantial fortune fortifying his radio DJ booth against all possible comers in the most suspicious way possible.
One of the many callers who called into the radio show that Fiona hosted happened to be a lovely woman named Stephanie, who Fiona was charmed by and happened to get along with very well. They became good friends, and it was years later before they realized that they'd both been on a flight together, one that they both remembered quite well.
Dirk eventually found love, a woman who also liked comic books. But due to some unfortunate situation, he never was able to actually express words to her, just mumbled something about Aphrodite and Zeus, and then eventually just went home and continued to do what Dirk did, which is not much of anything.
I'm out. I'm mincemeat. I got up to like 400, I think.
Jim woke up in an unknown location with the serial killer known as the Body asking for his help.
Oh, Stan.
Oh, man.
With with listeners beginning to flag as Bones became increasingly paranoid in an unproductive and unattractive fashion, as well as sales of his book beginning to tank as the newest bestseller, a follow-up to the legendary Twilight franchise, swept New York by storm. Bones became increasingly desperate, reaching out to every corner of the industry, accepting debts, taking on money, hosting wild paranoia shows, and eventually lost it all when the bills finally came due and creditors wouldn't lend him anything further. However, in the end, Bones was left with a feeling of justification and assurance that all of his paranoia had not been in vain, because Jim, a specter out of his past, approached him one day in his foreclosed house and told him that everything that he deserved was finally coming his way.
That's that. That's plain stupid.
The end.
The book, movie, autobiography, what have you.
All in all.
The faithful story of the one flight on Flight 1180 from New York to
Boston.
Virginia, Washington, D.C., I guess. Which is an hour by train.
I have.
It ended up being a 3-hour flight. It was a connecting flight in Los Angeles.
That's actually what the pilot said at one point. He said, we're just going to fly around in the air for a bit, just in circles to let you guys enjoy
Just
the
to
view.
burn some fuel. Fuck the environment. We are agents of the sky.
Not affiliated with United Airlines at all.
I half expected you, Eric, to say increasing his paranoia reinvented himself as Alex Jones.
And the faithful story of the Body just really took over that second.
So this is the story of a serial killer. Is what we made.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's that one. I'm going to stop the recording here. Thanks for watching.